What's good, beat makers? The festive season's finally here, which means it's time for this year's Christmas sample flip. Once again this year I'll be joined by Underscore Music, and this year everybody's going to get a full hour to make a beat. With all that said, let's jump straight into the challenge. Before I get started, I just need to put a quick timer on my phone. So we've got a 1 hour timer set. Let's get going. So firstly, I'm just going to listen through the sample and see what part I want to flip. I think this is kind of the most iconic part here. I think this part's really iconic as well and just a little bit darker, so I'll probably go with this. So I'm thinking I'm probably going to go for kind of like a dark trap vibe. I'm just going to pull this into a simpler. I'm just going to select slice, set it by beat. And then I think the first thing to do is probably stretch it out. So I'm just going to click this button here. Keep it kind of repetitive and dark. Just going to record that in really quickly. Sort out all the timings on that. The first thing I want to do here really is pull some halftime onto it. I kind of want to get that dark feel. Set it to a quarter, maybe an eighth. Make sure it's all quantized properly. Let's try freezing and flattening that. Now let's try pitching this up. Make sure this is set to complex. Take out the low end. Reduce the width of this as well. Boost some frequencies with the mag EQ. This is my favorite kind of EQ for boosting frequencies. Not sure why, it's just really simple to use. Quite liking the Scorpion one. I use this quite a lot, to be honest. As I want to go for a dark trap vibe here, I'm going to use some drums from Durkey's kits. Now, if you haven't seen Durkey, he makes some of the best dark trap tutorials here on YouTube, so shout out to Durkey. I'm going to go for this Luger one. Put this on the 3. And then on this one here, I'll just put an extra 1. I'm going to take this hit hi-hat. Let's pull this sustain down so it's just a little bit tighter. Just copy this all the way over. Pull the volume down. Got a spins here, so that'll be perfect. Add some smack attack to this spins so we can boost it up a bit. Set it to clip. I'm just going to turn the output up to kind of get that saturation from the clipper. I'll turn it onto 1 shot as well. I don't actually know what scale I'm in here, so I'm going to have to work this out.
Yo, what up, I'm Underscore. Thanks to SK for having me back on the channel for another Christmas flip challenge. Looking forward to it. So I've got my timer set up for 1 hour on my phone here, and we'll just dive straight into it and fingers crossed, hope for the best. Let's do it. So we're using the Sugar Plum Fairy sample. I've always wanted to do something with that. It's like obviously a really famous sample. Slice by beat. Let's try a whole bar. I want it to be darker. I always like to do dark beats, so we'll transpose it down just to get it a bit more lower in pitch. Just put the click on and record. Actually, instead, maybe let's put a drum beat underneath to make it easier to find chops to. Do another one. Maybe one more. Now what do we do? What do we do? You can see when there's a time limit, you just suddenly forget how to do everything.
It was A flat minor originally, apparently. 4, 5, 6, so that should be D minor in theory. I think this sounds better here though, in B flat. Definitely sounds better to my ear. Try that again. Yeah, so I'm going to go with B flat. I'm just going to try this on B flat minor. See if we can go down. Okay, so I like the idea of going down, but maybe if I pitch it up maybe 3 more, go to 9, means going up 3 more. go, something like that. Sounds hard already. Okay, let's add some triplet rolls into these hi-hats as well. That was not a triplet, but it works, so. And then here at the end, we'll just add some variation. Just add these in like this. Right, let's add some lower notes in as well. How long have I got left? 15 minutes already. Feeling pretty good about where I am so far though. Add some random panning in so they're not so static. There we go, get them moving around a little bit. Pull the volume down, pan it out. Let's go to the right with this. Grab an open hat as well. I like this tombstone one. I'm going to place these where the 808s hit, and then we can add a kick. We go for this go-to kick. Pull the gain down so it's not clipping. Then we'll boost it up again in a second. Firstly, just bring this open hat down. Let's boost this kick up, filter on, change it to PRD, turn the drive up a little bit. We'll add some smack attack to this as well, and snap it too. Clip. We're just going to turn the attack up a little bit, just turn the output up. There we go, that's better. Let's add a crash in. Go to my drum kit for that. I'll just grab the Ember crash, which is kind of like a default kind of crash that I use on almost every beat these days. Put that there, bring that down. Put the open hat to the left slightly. Let's put the crash to the right. We don't need the open hat on that hit. What else can we add? So hard to think when there's time limits.
Freeze and flatten each one. And then let's mess with the pitch a bit again. In terms of effects to liven this up a bit, we'll try some satin first to add some distortion to like the higher parts, the mid parts, the higher parts. See if we can incorporate some of those other parts. -11 plus 6 is -5. 10 minutes gone, we're on the right track. Now we can try and work with that other chop, maybe for an intro section. Put an EQ, having to do a lot of EQ carving out because the frequencies are quite dirty, a lot of noise and texture. I think we have to move on, so we'll leave that for now.
Add some EQ to the snare. Let's take out the low end from it. Let's just boost it up here a little bit. Let's go to contact and add in maybe a low piano. Come on, load. I'm sure I did this last year on the challenge as well. Ended up wasting time waiting for contact to load. There we go. And we can come down to here. Bring that up an octave as well. Right, I'm just going to select split stereo pan mode and just bring this over a little bit. Actually, I think I'd quite like this to be really wide. So let's duplicate that. Bring this one all the way across here. Let's bring this one all the way across this side. If I come to my view and I come to mixer controls and I go to track options and then set one of these to be delayed and group these together, bring the volume down, bring some strings in maybe even a choir. Let's quantize these quickly, pull that back. Don't think this one here sounds right. What have I got left? Got 33 minutes to go. think that's quite right, but we can work with it. Bring them up, randomize them by a small amount, do those over, bring them across. Then maybe let's humanize these. A low cut here, filter out some of the top. Pan it over, switch it up actually. Tubular bell, that'll be nice. Straight on there. Add that as a one shot.
Let's maybe use that main progression. It's coming together really slowly but surely. It's just this section now, we need to make it sound really good. Alright, so we're just going to go back to this little section here and just try to make it perfect. 33 minutes, we are essentially halfway through and it's looking a bit better. You can see every minute you just panic and then it comes together and then you panic again.
Right, let's try and structure this out. So I'm just going to go ahead and rename all my drum tracks. Bring all this across now. Grab this really iconic section. Which did we pitch this by? We pitched it up by 9. So we could come down 3 and it'll be the same note, just an octave below. Maybe we could half time this as well. So let's try going up by 9. I needs to come over here with this. Sounded a bit weird there for a second. Bring in a riser. I know Eric the producer's got some really nice ones in his kit. Drop the gain down. Okay, let's see how that drop sounds. Bring the 808 over, snare over, hi-hat over. Where is my hi-hat? I've lost it. See if we can find a drum fill. Grab one of these ones out the Defiant drum fill pack. This is Jay Cactus's pack. Using all different kinds of producers packs here. Let's just warp this to the right tempo. Bring a fade in on this. Let's just drop all the percussion. How long have I got left? Got 20 minutes left.
So now let's do a little transition effects. And then next we want maybe the low pitch thing to drop out, because an 808 there would just hit perfectly. We want to make it hit a lot harder. Throw in more kicks as it gets busier. Just throw in some random like sound effects, drench them in reverb, and I mean like weird vocal chops and perks and stuff. Lots of weird stuff. I just want to chuck in as many layers as I can in this last 18 minutes. Just want to change that last note. At this point the drums would drop out, somehow find a way to bring back that like original section.
Drop out the low piano as well. Then if we bring the crash across. There we go, that's better. Now I think for the second part of this sample here, I want to bring an effect so it sounds a bit different from this first half. Maybe something like EFX Motions from Arturia. Default preset, sounds fire. Just automate it on and off. Device only comes on there, comes back off. Bring this across again and do the exact same. Let's give a break in the hi-hats maybe. Bring the spins across. Let's just keep that going constant. And let's drop in pianos. I want to bring that dry wet down as it's a little bit too prominent. Something in there that I actually don't like, so let's figure that out. I think it's these ones here. Let's remove those. What have I got left? Have I got enough time to structure this last bit and maybe get something else done? 16 minutes. So for the last 4 here, I'm going to pull out the hats again. Actually, maybe just for the last 2. I like the snares as well. And bring this back into this kind of chorus section. We've got 15 minutes left. Let's maybe see if we can switch this up. Let's bring this over, group all of these drums together. Maybe we're a little bit fast tempo for drill. 154 is all right though. Maybe we can try and bring some drill in. Don't know if I've got enough time to get this done, but you know, worth a shot.
For an outro, I mean, we just need to make this sort of fade out in a nicer way. Okay, I think we got somewhere. For the last 13 minutes, we just want to add as many little elements as possible. $11 minutes to go. I think we are essentially done. So once again, thanks to SK for having me on the channel. It's always a tough time trying to do a sample flip in a short amount of time, but I think we got something decent and I can't wait to hear everyone else's. Peace.
Little roll like this. Let's use the ramp. Bring the snare across and let's just switch it up. Have we got any drill 808s in here? Maybe this one. Okay, I need to come to the 808 that we had before. Turn the speaker off from this point. Let's see if we can just smash this out really quick. I don't know if I'm going to have time. What have I got? 11 minutes. It's not the best 808 slides, but I don't really have time. Let's switch it up actually for a different 808, I think. That's better. Add a kick. Let's add some kickstart to the 808 as well. From here, set it to audio. Get this in really quickly. I feel like I need a different snare just for this section. Let's delete that one, delete those. See if we can grab one out of here. Grab a chop snare. Five minutes left. Let's see if we can maybe turn this into an outro. We could just fade it out on the mixer. Let's have this fade out. I think I just want to bring the choir in just for a bit of variation. Maybe even just a hit of it like this. I think maybe on that section there as well, we could just bring a little gap. Maybe if we just pull some stuff back and let the drum fill kind of transition. Maybe bring this crash over, that'll kind of mask it a little bit as well. Even bring the tubular bell across. Maybe even bring that into this middle section here too. Yeah, I like that. 22 seconds left. Just chuck a few things on here that I already have normally on. In the drive up, bring this preset onto here. Let's see if I've got enough time to analyze this. And that's my time up. Well, that was fun. I think I got a pretty good beat down for the allocated time. And I know Underscore is going to have absolutely smashed this challenge as well. Obviously, big shout out to Underscore. Without him, I wouldn't be able to make this video. So go show his channel some love. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Let me know what beat you like the most down in the comments below. Hope you all have a good Christmas. Until next time, I've been SK. Peace. Bye.